35 years so far. It hasn't been an easy journey.
No.
What are some of the obstacles or pitfalls that you faced in your journey in Vietnam so far?
Well, I think if I look back to when I started, undercapitalized, everything took a lot longer than thought it was going to take. Then, of course, in '96, I had my cancer and cancer surgery and recovery from that. But I guess it's all to do with hitting the revenue targets that you need to make a company profitable. So we had good periods early on. We had periods that were not so good. I remember saying to my wife at the time, I think I've got $5,000 left in the bank account. Should we go for plan B or do we stick with plan A? And she said, plan B, what's that? I said, well, I've got enough money to get tickets out. And she said, oh, no, you can't do that. I said, no, I know I can't, but I just wanted to make sure you were on side as well. But we got through that. We turned that corner. And I mean, it's great to see the firm now. It's 400 people, just past the $10 million revenue for the first time, and ranking number 6 in the local market. I think they're going to get up to number 5 this year.
You've moved on from Grant Thornton, Vietnam.
Yeah.
So do you want to sort of share a little bit of what you're doing these days?
Yeah. Well, I still have an office in Grant Thornton. They're very kind to me.
They don't want you to leave.
I keep saying, I'm happy to move out of it because it is the best office. And they say, no, you've got to stay there. So, so I'm sit on 4 boards as an independent director. 2 of them I'm also on the audit committee. I'm an advisor to one of my clients who has multiple investments. So I sit on the board of Dynam Capital, which is a fund manager based in Guernsey or registered in Guernsey, and Sanctuary Ho Cham. And I also advise him on his investment in Deep Sea, the industrial zone operator. So I go to all their board meetings on his behalf, basically. So I keep busy. And then Britcham and Tourism Advisory Board.
VBF.
Yeah. Yes, that's interesting at the moment.
So not quite retired yet.
No, still trying to get to 5 days a week.
Okay, now, all right, you're an advisor, an independent director of multiple boards, all in Vietnam.
Apart from Dynam, which is Guernsey.
Yeah.
So that's
pseudo-Vietnam. Yeah.
That's where I'm going tonight.
We know that here.
Board meeting.
Have you seen an evolution? Because some of these are Vietnamese companies.
Yeah.
What trends have you seen in the evolution of those boards and how those companies are being run?
Well, I sit on one publicly listed Vietnamese company where they've transitioned from, if you like, it was owned by 3 families, to now being a publicly listed company, multiple shareholders, having spent a lot of money on big international consulting firms, which I don't necessarily agree with, but that was before my time. They're transitioning. Everything is done in dual language. All the board papers that I get are dual language. The founders have taken a back seat. It's been a little bit of a struggle to get them to let go totally and give the leadership team responsibility and accountability. But we've got there, or we're almost there. But there's also a growing role or demand for independent directors. But there are still a lot of companies that kind of just work in the Vietnamese language. And, I've got a friend that sits on the board. I won't say which company, but he's got somebody sitting behind him in meetings, whispering in his ear what's being said. But I think now, particularly with hopefully the move from being a frontier market to an emerging market, will force companies to apply additional governance. It will force them to adopt IFRS as an accounting standard, reporting standard. I mean, all listed companies are meant to have 1/3 of their directors as independent, but I don't think it's really happened across the board yet. But there will be more of a push for that. And if you've got foreign investors into the public markets, they're going to demand that. So.